Hi all my beanie weenies, this is of course Hotdogs and welcome back to The Sims 4 The Traitors. And here we are at the boathouse on the island here in Windenburg. I actually just downloaded this lot from the Sims 4 gallery. Here you can see where I got it from, but I love the look of it. And currently all of our Sims are making their way here to compete in this week's challenge. Thankfully, it's not a race to get here, as Megumi and Salem would be in last place. And probably Jess, as the moon is out, so she's acting a little strange. But everyone ends up making their way and sitting down at one of the 4 tables, so everyone's in groups of 4. And we're going to have a simple puzzle competition. When I say go, you will start a puzzle, and whichever team is the last to complete their puzzle will be eliminated. And whoever makes it all the way to the end, that group of 4 will be safe from being murdered. On your mark, get set, go. Group 1 consists of Salem, Jess, Thorn, and Ian. Team 2 is Jeb, Leah, Dawn, and Eva. Team 3 consists of Arnessa, Thee, Grace, and Megumi. While the last group, Group 4, consists of Gunther, Eric, Sienna, and Lily. However, it looks as though group number 3 has come in first place, with group number 4 following in second. Team number 2 soon follows behind, leaving team number 1 in last place, meaning that Salem, Thorn, Jess, and Ian have all been eliminated from the competition, and all of you are now vulnerable to being murdered. You 4 may now make your way back up to the Traitor's Castle while we move on to round 2 of this competition. Alright guys, the same rules apply. Once again, on your mark, get set, go. Alright, now this is where things get really interesting because Eva has just now sabotaged her team from winning. She goes ahead and destroys the puzzle, and now they're out of the competition. But this round keeps going. So out of the 2 teams, whoever wins will be the winner of today's competition. Now, could this be a sign that Eva is actually a traitor? Alright, and it looks as though we have a winner. Eric, Sienna, Lily, and Gunther. You have won by completing your puzzle first. None of you will be murdered at the next murdering. And not only that, but you have also added money to the shared prize fund. Congratulations. You may now make your way back to the Traitor's Castle. Now, I did decide that the murdering, if that's what we're calling it, will take place tomorrow night. That way I can have the Sims kind of bond and get to know one another. We see that in the early morning. It looks as though Leah and Dawn are fishing outside, while a big group are outside in the courtyard enjoying the morning air. We have Eric, Salem, the Megumi, and Dawn sitting out there.
Tag tag.
Una narca naps. Boy Camus. Awavine. Yamuho. Novik. Runa.
Sul. Yano Borp. Freenip. Gungaday. Yawada. Naya Floof Muchi Pichi. Wanafej Usha.
Jess soon takes her role upstairs with Jeb at the bar. I feel like these two are always arguing who's going to play bartender for the night. And it looks as though Jeb has won this round and takes his place behind the bar.
Bipolar. No.
It looks as though our challenge has gotten some of our Sims in the mood to play a few games, and it looks as though Eva, Thorn, and Ian are enjoying a game of Scribble. Is that what they call it? Meanwhile, upstairs in the attic, Eric finds an old record player and turns it on. However, he doesn't seem that interested and immediately leaves. However, the music soon starts to call everyone else in the house upstairs, and one by one our Sims make it up here and begin to party. Meaning Eric ends up turning around, seeing the commotion, and decides, fine, I will actually party with the rest of you. Upstairs, it looks as though we have Salem, Lily, Leah, Grace, and Eric. And maybe I'm getting the vibe that Eric and Grace are a little bit flirty, but maybe that's just me.
Garsha, Blaga. Su.
However, it doesn't look as though they're the only ones feeling the romantic energy upstairs, as Salem and Leah get to know each other a little bit better. Megumi is next to join the party, and honestly, after last week with her husband being revealed as a traitor and being voted out of the mansion, she really needs to work to kind of settle everyone's opinions of her. I'm sure all eyes are on her as being a potential traitor, and she needs to start forming bonds before she is voted out next. However, with her kind of being the fifth wheel right now, with everyone else kind of being paired off and flirting with one another, she decides that now isn't the best time to try to do that, and instead swaps places with Jeb, who seems to be done bartending for now. Maybe Jeb heard that Eric and Grace were already flirting, and he decides to completely cock-block him and instead walk straight upstairs and ask Grace if she wants to woohoo. And of course, naturally, she says yes. Sorry, Eric. Meanwhile, it looks as though Dawn has also come upstairs to join the party. However, it looks as though things are going pretty successfully between our lazy sim, Salem, and our island princess, Leah, as the two of them are getting closer. Literally. Both Dawn and Eric seem to recognize what's going on here and quickly leave the room to give these two lovebirds some peace. However, Ian did not get the same memo and quickly comes upstairs in the middle of a massage. And it's a little bit awkward. Some of our Sims are downstairs in the dining room enjoying some food, snacking on some ice cream, and being annoyed, apparently, as Sienna doesn't seem to be too happy. Meanwhile, Don seems to be a little bit jealous of all the romantic attention going around in the house and it not involving him, so now he has set his target on Eva. But will he be successful?
Aw, som busy. Poi from Blorum. Besak. Demos. Oblish. Pumli. Mullaby. Skin on myself.
Huh. Inara Thursday.
Now, obviously, Don's advances on Eva are successful, and they do it directly in front of Thorn, but Thorn doesn't really seem to care, and he shouldn't, as he has a wife and a child at home. But he doesn't seem too jealous by the canoodling directly and so blatantly in front of him. But I don't know, do you ship Don and Eva, or were you really into Eva and Thorn? Let me know down below. But it looks as though the kissing in front of Thorn just wasn't enough gloating. Instead, they have to go over to the little library nook next to the dining room and woohoo in front of everyone.
Merv.
Upstairs, after a restless night of puzzle solving, a lot of our Sims are heading to bed early. However, it looks as though Salem and Leah couldn't even make it to a bed before they started canoodling just right in the middle of the hallway. And they're not the only ones, as inside one of the bedrooms, Grace and Jeb are enjoying their time alone. I mean, is this the Traitors or is this Love Island? Because I'm kind of confused. Alright, so since all of our Sims are either woohooing or sleeping, we're just going to go ahead and fast forward to tonight, where our Traitors have some mischief to get into. Now, after that last square table vote, we are now down to just 2 Traitors, and the 2 of them make their way upstairs to the Traitors' Tower. Hello Traitors. Now, we are not even halfway through this series yet, so we cannot just have 2 Traitors in the mansion. We need 1 more, and it's up to the 2 of you. I need both of you to vote and decide together who you want the 3rd Traitor to be, and I will go downstairs and deliver the news. Now, I can't really say who voted for who, and I can't really give anything away, but the 2 of them did come to a decision, and we now have an additional traitor. Who do you guys think it is? Let me know down below in the comments. It's really hard to say. You can't get too much out of seeing them here, but we'll have to wait and see. We've seen some suspicious activities going around in the castle, and maybe that's a sign as to who it is. You also have to think about who the two traitors would have voted in. Have you seen any close allies working together? Let's theorize and guess down below. I love to hear what you guys think. And we now get to wait and see their reaction as the new traitor makes their way to the Traitor's Tower for the first time. And now that we're back to having 3 traitors, it's time to get back to business, as the 3 of them will now decide who among them is going to be murdered. However, we know that 4 of them are now immune since winning the challenge. Who do you think will be murdered? Let me know down below. And make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that YouTube stuff. That way you're notified when the new episode is posted and you can find out who's been murdered. See you guys later.